Welcome back to Twins World, all about parenting. And today we are here together with my twins, and you can see both of them are playing. And we are coming to a topic as play. So, as you know that play is the whole and soul activity of any child from birth till we are telling them what is defined work. The way an adult is dedicating himself or herself for a work, the same way whatever a baby or a kid is doing, for him it's a play. So play means his body, soul and spirit is completely into it, whereas you can see the productivity and they're enjoying the productivity and the work of their activities. This is the way we as adults and them differs. We always may have some boredom to do the work, or we have some issues to do the work, but when children play, they are into the work. So this is the difference between a play and work when it comes to an adult thing. Play has a very important role for overall growth and development of a child. If you see the physical growth, play helps to turn their body or keep their body very flexible, and they can run, jump. Compared to adults, the kids can run like anything. They are actually a bomb of energy that we need to buck up to the energy level they have, so that we can cope up with the way they are meeting. So play helps for a physical development. Along with it helps for the emotional development of the child. And in emotional development, they are able to have feelings. They are learning to understand other person's issue, and by having this kind of play, they are able to share as well as able to understand more than the words. That is the non-verbal communication. Coming to the social skills, they are able to understand the culture of the places, or more than that, they are able to understand and be with the parenting roles or other kind of roles. So we call it as a dramatic play, whereas our children follow whatever we are doing. If I wear a coat and walk around, tomorrow they will also walk around with a coat. Or if they wear a cap, they will say they are a chef. So this is the way they are able to understand the different roles and they are going to fit in them. Another important aspect of play, what we can see is, in traditional time, in olden times, otherwise, children always play outside. Whereas in new trend or in this new era, the children are stuck into indoor games, whereas more than the brain is working, something more is working in. So we need to understand that we are not building our children to become a robot or only scientific person where they only know science. No, we need to teach them how to live. So there are so many emotions that, like fear, the children this age of a toddler or by 10 months of age, a kind of fear of stranger anxiety can come inside the children. So the fear, anger, anxiety, irritation, this kind of feelings can be ventilated for outdoor game. Outdoor game means outside the house, whatever games you're doing, that means outdoor game. Whereas in indoor game, you are stuck with a mobile, any other devices what we are having, and you're inside the walls of the house. So this monotony atmosphere can be removed when you are in outdoor play. So let's see what are the different types of play you can see from a baby. Whatever milestones we have seen, there is a baby standing up, sitting up, moving the hands, listening to a rattle, or climbing up the stairs, climbing down the stairs. We call it a gross motor development, or the development of the bigger and fine motor activities. But for children, it's a play. And whatever they call it as play, or whatever we call it as a play, it's an activity of fun for them. So whatever milestones we learn in an infancy or in toddlerhood is a part of a play where they enjoy. They may fall down, they get up. Things may drop down, they will pick it up. So this way you can see the different types of play in children. As they're growing up, and especially in toddlerhood, we can see that I already discussed that the toddlerhood is from 1 to 3 years. We can expect one of the main thing is their fine motor activities. That is how their fingers move around, or how they pick up each stuff, and how the eyes and brain is coordinating with their activity. So one of the main activities we are assessing at the time of play is the making blocks, means making cubes with blocks. So you can expect a early toddler, because 2 months after 1 year they will make a block with 2 cubes, and you can expect by 3 years they can make a cube with 8 to 10 blocks. So this kind of play, this helps us also to understand that the child is able to move around with different things, and the child is improving as age goes by. See, we always think that play needs a lot of toys, and toys are very expensive. I'm not telling you to buy toys and do a show off or anything, because buying toys is actually a waste for them. They will use, now itself you can see the map they are working on. I don't expect this thing to have a lifespan of more than a week, because this is a gift. By the end of the day, I would like to tell it's a gift. So what I want to say, that whatever expensive item you're going to buy them, they will destroy it, and you can expect that thing. There is nothing to cry over that the toy got distracted, because we expect them to do that. That is a child. There is a difference between an adult and a child. When we preserve things, they destroy it. So I would say whatever around us we have, that itself is a toy for them, because they're exploring what is happening around us. Even if we open up some boxes and give them, or some cartons or anything, they will use that as a toy for them. They will jump on it, they will close the carton boxes, and they will jump around and walk around till it gets destroyed. That's a toy for them. So you can actually think, before throwing anything outside, you can think twice, okay, whether my child can play with it or no. Another set of toys, what I can think is the kitchen utensils. Any steel plates or glass spoons, give to them. You can hear different sounds, which is the child is exploring the voice, and you can avoid breakage. That is, if a glass is instead of the steel, can break and it can lead to an accident, whereas the steel plates can have the purpose. And in the kitchen utensils, when you use, understand that they are imitating the person in the kitchen. Father, mother, maid, whoever it is in the kitchen, grandfather, grandmother, whoever in the kitchen, they are imitating with the toys what they have. Another toy what you can think of giving to children is the paper and pencils and crayons, whereas they just can scribble on this paper. Excuse me, I'm talking, please. Okay, so they can scribble on the papers. Instead of crayons, you can even give a sketch pens, where they can make some sketches or some lines. Give a pencil to them, they will make long strokes, and we are able to understand how much the child is having the fine motor skills. Book you can give to them, not to this age. I'm talking about a toddler. What we can do is, we can give them book with hard pages, whereas they learn to turn the pages. Than the stories, they will be engrossed with the pictures and the way they're turning the paper. So this way we need to understand the importance of various things. Another thing what you can give in a toddler is, you can give a bottle with a small opening, that means a narrowed neck you can give, and you can give small balls or pellets so that they can put. But please make sure that someone is there with the children or the toddlers, because we really don't know where they put this balls and pellets. They can put in the nose or the mouth, and they can aspirate, end up in accident. So while whatever you are doing, please make sure that someone is there next to them, and they are under clear supervision of someone. And the next point I want to tell, that the food habits we are going to start at this age. At that time, whatever plates you are giving, the way they are holding a bottle, the way they are holding a plate, the way they are holding a spoon, a glass, this all helps them to understand how much a child is able to hold. I'm not telling every child is doing that, so that our children is doing, but still we are able to understand, yes, my child is growing. Next is the finger paint you can give them, where the children is able to use their hands with the paints, and they enjoy the coloring with the hands what they are going to do. Another thing what you can give is big ball, whereas we can see that how the children or how a toddler is holding a ball. Don't give a small ball, give a big ball, whereas they are able to hold with their body the full hand, so that they can hold completely. So this is another part we are able to understand. Another thing is, you can give some anklets or some bells around the waist, so that when they walk there will be sound and they enjoy that particular sound. Because this is, except they sleep, this is only play. This is the way we can encourage them to be with them, or encourage them to have their own activities. We can also buy some sand toys like a shovel or a pail where they can scoop in the sand and put it in and make different shapes. So we also need to be there so that we can also enjoy being with children. Another thing what you can see is a gender type of difference you can see when they select the toys. Girl children always prefer kitchen toys or any pinky things, whereas the children of 1 to 3 years understand they are male and they prefer something else. So you can understand stuffed toys, that teddy bear or big huge soft toys can be used by the kids, and you need to understand that they literally find those toys as a human being that is talking to them. So they may drag in, they will take to wherever they want, even they take to the bed so that they can sleep with them, so that they feel comfortable because they love toys with them. So these are some of the toys or the play we can encourage, and understanding the fact that except sleeping, whatever they're doing, it's a play for them, and we need to help them to understand the importance of play and be a part of play. And as parents, after a hectic schedule or the routine what we have, the time what we are spending with them literally make us refreshed. So I encourage all the parents to spend quality time to play with them so that they will also feel connected to you. Hope this session is good enough for you to understand the importance of play. Thank you.